what is this?
Yeah.
Apparently it started getting really sloppy.
Eric Singer's been in the band longer than Peter Criss.
Yeah. Whoever put this together managed to get all the negatives in the right place so that the star is on the right side of his face.
Right. You're flicking him off the house, or growing up in the 80s and 70s. This is what you did.
Yeah. Those platform moon boots. It was just so cool. And then they just stopped talking.
Master of the erotic. Anybody want to chime in right now? I'm going to leave that one alone.
Cyberpunk?
Yes. I've never heard Ace call that.
When you read the actual text and you read this stuff, it's like, have you heard of Kiss?
I'm almost offended.
One of the greatest photographs in rock and roll history is that picture of Gene Simmons.
Studded Ravager of the Soul.
Yeah, because he's going to slowly rob you of your virgin soul.
I always thought this was like El Gato.
That's great. How do you miss that? I remember this boot with the chains when you got the Paul doll. I want to hear you talk like a normal person.
Right.
Can you go off script just for a minute?
You have 4 options here to write something down, and you hit one of them.
The one from the Michael Douglas show, didn't he say something like, I'm the embodiment of evil? He said, when you get back to the Dynasty time, he stopped looking
menacing,
and he's got some sort of iguana. It's so fascinating just looking at this stuff.
That hurts your eyes even to this day. And the curtain.
And it makes it actually less interesting.
These faces have been on how many people's walls over the years?
Hey, if you wanted the best, we got Kiss here again today. So this is going to be part 3 of us going through this tour book that we picked up from the
reunion tour.
The reunion tour that happened back in the late 90s. And we picked up this tour book, I don't know what, it was a couple months ago, and we've kind of been going through it when we get a chance. I remember when I was reading I think it was Paul's book about this period when, so they got the band back together and it was all harmony and wonderful and beautiful. And then it just, as they kept going, it started going back off the cliff. And I remember Paul making a comment, I think it was him in his book, how Peter's makeup got to the point where it just looked like a square over his eyes. I was just noticing right here that it's really, really clean and defined, with the 2 little things coming off the side, kind of the point up top. And it has that.
And we talked about that early on when we did, I think, episode 1 on this, is that from the beginning, we probably have the picture in there. It's like the early stages was like really, their makeup definitely evolved.
Yeah.
So you can go back and look at some of the awesome pictures here. But yeah, here in 1996, reunion makeup, it looks good.
Yeah, and
clean,
Yes. But then, like I said, apparently it started getting really sloppy as the band kind of started
like, I don't care anymore.
Spinning out of control,
my
right?
Checks going through.
Yep, exactly.
I'm good. My bank account's filled back up.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, all the problems started coming back in.
But I won't get invited to the Kiss cruise, Las Vegas.
It's right, man.
Landlocked in Vegas. That's coming up 2 months away.
That is.
I just saw that they announced the actual schedule. We might touch on that in another episode, but
yeah, I actually saw some people talking about, bring up what we had talked about before, the whole Eric Singer thing.
I'd seen
he's kind of been
dissed.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
what's up with this?
I don't know. If any of you know what's going on there, but it is weird. Eric Singer's been in the band longer than Peter Criss.
Yeah.
Right? Years-wise. Not album-wise. Years-wise. He's been in there for quite a while. He's been there since Eric Carr's passing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really don't know what these two are thinking right now. I still love the fact that apparently there was a call made to Ace. Hey, you want to join us? And he's like, nah, I'm good.
Which is so rock and roll, and it's so Ace. It's hilarious.
I'm doing really good right now for myself. Selling albums, touring, rocking.
I don't need that. I don't need this.
that. How many albums have you sold, Paul, Gene? Anybody? Nothing? Ace's social media presence even has been blowing up over the last year. So he's doing pretty good for himself. But how rock and roll is it that he's like, I'm
just
good.
like that too?
I'm good.
Yep.
Oh, love it.
So anyway, this is 1996, and it's pretty fascinating because I don't know why, but not long ago it also came up on one of my feeds, the video, and you've seen it before, of them like the night or the day that they put the makeup back on in one of their houses. No, they were in one of their houses and they're like putting the stuff back on, and everybody's laughing because this is dad and whatever.
Right. I think
and they're like putting the things back on.
In the
Well, they did it at that
show.
They did it at that big event.
Yes.
But I mean, I'm just saying that like somebody had a video camera at the house where they were all just kind of
Here, let's see.
Dusting it off and putting them back on, and it's really kind of funny because they're it's been a couple of decades since not a decade, but pretty close. 15 years or so. Well, no. I guess it hadn't been that long because you'd had Creatures that had come out whenever that was, but it was in the early 80s. So you're talking about 13 years or so since they'd put any of this stuff on.
But not with them two.
Not right. Yeah. Because you have to go all the way back to
before 19. So
79,
Dynasty.
Really. Yeah.
All four of them were together.
Yeah. So yeah, that's right. And then
Peter had a little bit of green at one point.
And then he had that green, and I remember the first time I saw the Dynasty album, and I go, "What is this?"
Yeah,
because he had that the green around his eyes,
and Ace had a little bit of some blue.
That blue.
It was almost accenting like the solo album type stuff,
right?
But all part of the lore, man.
It's what makes all this stuff so fun because it's so just crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So and pictures like this are also interesting because it gives you a sense of the size difference. Now, Peter, though, I think in a lot of these photo shoots wasn't wearing the platform, which I don't know here.
Yeah, I couldn't.
But he's you look at this, and then boom. It was kind of anyway, just interesting to note. And there's his little catman tattoo.
Yes.
Which is pretty interesting, and his little cross,
and
his armband
He's always
thing,
had that, and on the choker.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, he had that cross that he would wear a lot.
That's right. Paul's got his choker on here. He's got one. No
choker for Ace.
No Ace choker. Yeah, interesting.
He's got the deep V going.
Yeah, and he's got his little polka dots on his sleeves.
Those are rhinestones.
Whatever they are. Yeah.
Something. But this is definitely, it was kind of a blend about this look, right? You have the blend of kind of a couple different eras, right? Because Ace's outfit is kind of that Love Gun era type. He's got like the jacket, which is a little bit different, but he's got the choker. Like it's a blend. It's not like this is a recreation of Destroyer or Love Gun.
Interesting.
Or, because he didn't always have I always thought this was like the Mexican bandolier.
Yeah.
Like if we put a hat on Pete, he'd be like El Gato.
That's great.
I mean, but yes,
that's pretty funny.
They have some cool elements. I mean, Gene's always kind of tinkered with this stuff.
This is one of my favorite Gene outfits. By the time they got to the Dynasty one, where we talked about it before, where it looked like just chaos. Yeah, didn't make any sense.
Rocks or something.
Yeah. This was I think this is one of his coolest Gene looks. I loved this. So anyway,
really
pretty cool
stuff, man.
All right, let's
That's not bad. This is just the centerfold. We barely turned the page. How many minutes in are we? It's pretty good. That's
hilarious.
Great. But that's part of the allure of Kiss. It wasn't just sonic. It wasn't just music. Think about the visuals and how many posters and trading cards and these faces have been on how many people's walls over the years. This is what made Kiss Kiss, and everybody coming back in '96 to see the original Gang of Four. It's kind of a big deal.
It's amazing what a big deal it was.
Yeah, I'm downplaying it. It's kind of a big deal.
It
kind
was
of like Ron Burgundy. I'm kind of a big deal, right? So
what do we? So we have some. There's this little rose tattoo. The nice thing is, whoever put this together managed to get all the negatives in the right place so that the star is on the right side of his face. Right. Didn't we have one earlier in here? It was on the wrong side. It's like, how do you miss? How How do you miss that? You know, for those of us that love this classic media, I think most of us remember these things, audio and videotapes. And I recently realized that a lot of the viewers of this channel don't realize that behind this channel, there's a company called the Audiomover Digitizing Studio. And for 25 years, we've been digitizing old media like this for individuals and organizations across the United States and Canada. So if you have any old audio or videotapes you need preserved, we can help. And for anybody watching this video today, we're offering a 15% discount on any Audiomover digitizing service. Just use the discount code on the screen. So visit audiomover.com today to learn more and get an order started.
I'm telling you.
It's so bizarre.
That editor had to have been fired. Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
He's no longer employed.
So this is the one where he had the feathers.
He's watching our video right now going, ooh, that was me. Okay.
So this is when we had the feathers here,
right,
on these little armband things. Yeah, this actually with that the like I don't know what you described, like it. Yeah, with that jacket, it was a pretty cool look for Paul. So, and then this is the
Ibanez Iceman.
Yeah, the guitar, which I loved. I think I told you once I tried to make one of those in wood shop. It was terrible. I made an attempt. It was terrible. But I loved that.
That's close.
Loved that style.
Probably one of the coolest body shapes ever.
Yeah.
Because it combined a couple different elements. I'm not an Ibanez guitar guru, but I remember it combined like two different body shapes. And Paul's like, I want this bottom, but with this kind of top, and the tail from like something else. And I want it all kind of. I briefly remember that being kind of something, and I just remember it just being super cool. And then my cousin one time was like, look what I got.
Oh, that's right, you told me about that.
He opened it up and it was like a black Ibanez Iceman from the late 70s, which would have been the original time that he had them. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. Oh,
it's interesting. This, you can see his boot right there. I remember this boot with the chains when you got the Paul doll. It had these boots, didn't it? With the chains kind of going. Dude,
that is kind of cool.
Oh, I used to. Did you? You had the action figure.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
For sure. I think I only had the Ace one.
I had the Paul one. It's the only one I got.
I think my buddy had the Gene one. But then you're kids. You're playing with them like they might as well be Spider-Man or Superman, or you're flicking them off the house or whatever.
That's right.
But
that's so awesome.
Slingshot. I bet he can space ace. He can make it across the street. Whoosh, try to hit the car.
Oh, it's great, man. It's so great.
Growing up in the 80s and 70s, this is what you did. Yeah. This is pre-internet fun.
That's right. What does it say right there? So it says Paul Stanley, the Star Child,
sensuous, master of the erotic, ringmaster of mayhem, loved by millions. Okay, who came up with that? I mean, is that real? And look, he's like praying hands. Like, come on. His makeup looks really good. Obviously, we've heard of the Star Child, right? They even use that in that video game that I told you came out in the 90s or whatever, or early 2000s. Sensuous, would you agree with that? Yeah, I mean, he kind of plays that up.
Yeah.
Right? Master of the erotic. Anybody want to chime in right now? I'm going to leave that one alone. Right?
That's great.
Ringmaster of mayhem.
Well, he did intentionally try to be.
Right, but I would have changed that to been the preacher of rock and roll.
True. Because that is what he was trying to do.
I'm the preacher of rock and roll. Stand up for what you believe in, right?
Yeah, that's right. He
says that.
That's right.
Stand up. I mean, that is awesome, Paul. So, Ringmaster of Mayhem? No.
Yeah, how did they miss?
Not so much.
Yeah.
Loved by millions? Yeah.
Okay, they got one of them.
Yeah. You got two.
You got Star Child is right.
Right? Come on. All right. Again, we're tearing this up, but at the same time,
but it is super fun,
right?
And look at the flames behind him here too.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, cool shots. Okay, now
we're going to Ace.
Ace next.
These are just like, so these are featurettes within the book of just showing the guys, right?
You're hanging out at the concert, waiting for the show to start. You're flipping through, just looking at the pictures.
You're like, whoa, this is awesome.
So he's got the Les Paul here with the 3 pickups.
Yep, classic Ace right there.
He actually has the blue
on there.
Around his
the blue
eyes
eyeshadow.
The blue eyeshadow, exactly. And here's.
What's that triangle?
He's got this. Yeah, he's got this little pyramid. He's got it here too.
Is it the Egyptian pyramid?
Yeah, he's got his hand on it.
Is he like conjuring aliens?
I don't know.
It's like maybe he was talking to that meteor that's on its way into Earth.
Yeah.
AO1357 or whatever. I don't know. I've seen something on my feed about, that.
Then he's got his moon boots.
Love those.
Yeah. There was I got to tell you, there was something about that when you see the pictures of him on stage, those platform moon boots. It was just so cool.
Yeah.
And anyway,
they were simple, but they looked good. And then you got that one famous poster that I know I had for a long time where he's kind of like, it looks like he's like leaning back, but he's got the smoking guitar. It's the tobacco sunburst, and it's just a great photo. I mean, this is, again, the visual piece. I'm kind of excited that they're giving everybody gets a 2-page spread. Pick your favorite shots. Now, would I have picked the one with my triangles? I don't know what they were going for there.
The Ace triangles.
I don't get it. But I love this shot. I mean, up close and personal. He's got look at that. He's got the Ace card necklace.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, interesting.
That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
It looks like he's got some other jewelry chain going on, but Ace looks good, man.
Paul was always my favorite, but it's funny, the more I go back and study them now and watch the old stuff, the more I love Ace. Just something about the dude was so cool.
Just more rock and roll. He was more straightforward.
I don't know.
I could see, I can also, looking back, see why he kind of got a little bit derailed or whatever. But he's doing good now, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, Ace in 2025 has put out, I don't know how many solo albums. I think he's making a bid to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo artist.
Really? Do you think, has he had that much?
I think he's had that much. Dude, he's put out a lot of stuff.
Been that significant by himself.
I mean, think about, he had 2 or 3 Frehley's Comet albums, plus he's had, I think, 4 or 5 that I know of. I mean,
his solo album with Kiss was the biggest selling one too.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. He's got a following that's going strong.
Yeah.
I mean, just this last year, he put out 10,000 volts or something like that. Anomaly, and he's put out 2 volume 1 and 2 of cover albums of songs that he loves. He's got a body of work that's definitely, he's done more. I'm confident to say he's done more since he left the band, album-wise, than the band itself.
Wow.
Is that right? You guys can check me on that, but he's done a lot of stuff. And he's a frequent guest on Eddie Trunk, and he's kind of out there. He's doing stuff.
And he's got, part of what makes him so great is that he's not as cautious as Paul and Gene are, because he's just an open book.
Sure,
he'll say whatever. He's not worried about what.
And to say that, and I'm not trying to defend Ace here, but you get all these stories, and you listen to Doc McGee and some of these stories from Paul's book that Ace was like a loose cannon. Yeah. Have you been to a Guns N' Roses show and seen Axl show up on time ever? Part of that is, I'm not saying that it's right, because, you're supposed to be on time. We pay tickets. We don't want to be waiting 2 hours for some guy to come, show up to the show that we're waiting for. But I think, there is this like mystique or this portrayal of Ace from the Kiss camp is what I'm saying. That's a little bit, I'm going to just say, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not sure if it's just spin doctoring, I'll just use that word, of painting Ace as this like, he's like a bad apple and just rock and roller and druggy and drunk. And okay, he admittedly has been all those things in his own words. But at the same time, he was kind of given certain parameters to kind of work within, and maybe that's the job now since you left the band. But I think that over the years, I think he calls a spade, and Paul and Gene have their own little spin doctoring of the truth. But the A&E documentary, I think Ace is portrayed as just a cool rock and roll dude.
Like I said, my biggest problem really over the years with Gene and Paul is their extreme caution when they're talking, when they're explaining. I mean, here's what I mean by this. When they put out, and correct me if I missed it, but when they put out the volumes, of the different concerts,
sure,
and they had the kind of the director's cut, not the director's cut, but the extra track where you'd listen to them doing commentary, like the director's commentary.
Right.
And it was supposed to be Paul and Gene doing commentary on the shows. So that was one of the main reasons I got those DVDs, because I wanted to listen to them talking about the concerts.
Okay.
And you put one of them in, and I remember putting this concert on, starting it, and I don't remember exactly what they said. It was like, hey, Paul and Gene, blah, 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 start talking, and then they just stopped talking. And because almost like if it's not on the script, if we're just going to start shooting from the hip here, we're not going to say anything.
We want to know the dirt.
Yeah.
We want to know the stuff that we already
I want to hear you talk like a normal person.
Right.
I don't want to hear the scripted, spin doctor stuff. And that's what makes Ace so great. And that's why he's great on Eddie Trunk, because he's just going to talk. And it makes it so much more entertaining.
Right.
Where you've got these other two guys, and God bless him, I love Paul and Gene, and I'm a huge Kiss fan, but there was that part of him where it's like, can you go off script just for a minute?
Yeah.
And like, where you don't, even in Gene, when he's giving his interviews, over the years, I remember back in the 90s, I'd hear him on all these radio shows, and it was like the same statement over and over. You're a handsome and attractive, whatever, man, and you repeat the same thing
it's
over
like they
and
got
over.
this like shtick and facade that they don't want anybody to see behind the curtain,
and it makes it actually less interesting,
right?
So,
I mean, yeah, it certainly in the in that era from Lick It Up to this time, right? I mean, there were, you would think that era they would have been more approachable or just, hey, but everybody was making fun of them during the 80s. I mean, what was the one video that we were talking about with all the pastel with off Asylum?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Tears Are Falling? Is that the one I'm thinking?
I think that is the one we're talking about.
Horrific. I mean, that hurts your eyes even to this day, right? I mean, they can't look at that and be like, yeah, that was my proudest moment. I mean, if that was me,
they were still selling records,
us
but
and our band in the 80s, we'd be like, that was our proudest moment. But you're Paul Stanley of Kiss, right?
It's so great, man. Exactly.
It's just the perspective of where they're coming from. That was terrible. And so I think we want to see now, years later, we want to see behind the curtain. And this was kind of like, just kind of, you get to the point where you want to believe, but you don't know. The truth is somewhere in the middle, because all four of them got books. And I don't know if Peter has a book out, but,
Oh, yeah, he has a book, doesn't he? I thought so. I think Ace and Peter both have books that just aren't audio books.
I've read Ace's book, and it's really... I liked it.
I haven't read it. I hear it's awesome, though.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome. Because just like we're talking about, he calls it like he sees it.
Yeah.
And again, you have four different perspectives on the truth, right? You have any event or anything that's happened, and we can go back to the days where we met and the band and the things that we did together back, you're going to have your perspective of an event, of the same event, and mine's going to be slightly different because just our roles, what we look at, what we're paying attention to. It's just what it is. That's human nature. So, where's the truth in the whole Kiss story of all this, right? Like, jeez, but I love Ace, and no doubt, I think I was Ace like 3 Halloweens in my lifetime.
Is that right?
Yeah, full on.
That's cool.
Yeah, full on makeup, the whole thing. At one point, I think I had my hair almost quite like that, but it's
like
good.
in real life.
Long.
Your hair was curly.
It was a little bit. I did get a perm at one point too. That's product of the 80s.
Yeah.
Wasn't curly enough.
Right. I got a perm once, and it was not pretty. But so many people were getting them.
Yeah.
How many of you got a perm? Got to put that down in the comments. Oh, we did.
Yes.
Actually, and a bunch of you actually talked about it too.
Oh, yeah.
That you'd gotten perms back in the 80s.
Love
it's
that.
Great. It's so great.
Don't you love sharing? It's like, wait a minute, what? You got a perm? You barely even have hair now. I know.
Yep.
I'm like hippie right now. I haven't shaved it down, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Funny.
Anyway.
So what is it? What does it say? Let's get the stuff about Ace.
Let's get to Ace.
Let's get the Ace
The
stuff.
Space Ace Frehley. The Space Ace. Cyberpunk.
The Space Ace.
Yeah. And then the next one is Cyberpunk. I've never...
Cyberpunk?
Yes. I've never heard Ace call that. Never.
No.
And I feel like I'm a pretty good Ace fan. I would have heard that.
Okay.
Galactic Time Traveler.
Okay.
Not. Channeling the music of the planets.
Channeling the music of the planets. Okay.
Not of this earth.
Okay. Well, that one sort of. I don't know.
Okay, I get
The problem
it.
with Not of This Earth is that's so uninteresting. I mean, it's like your title is Not of This Earth.
Yeah.
That's like one of the least interesting things you could possibly say. There's nothing in there that's
I'm not of this earth, but I'm channeling.
Describe yourself to us. Well, I'm not of this earth.
Yeah. Let's make it very broad stroke.
Yeah.
Well, where are you from?
What does that mean? I'm not of this earth.
I make music. I channel the music of the planets. What planet are you from?
You sound like a lunatic.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The only one I think, the Space Ace, obviously we get.
But you know what's funny about that? Has he ever been the Space Ace? I just always thought he was Space Ace. All right, whatever.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to get
the same
Gina
guy
Peters.
that wrote the article. It's what's so funny about this when you read the actual text and you read this stuff, it's like, have you heard of Kiss? I don't know about you, but I have a bag of old concert t-shirts from when I was a teenager and some I've picked up since. But since all of us are in kind of a different phase of our life right now, we thought it would be fun here at the studio to create our own line of t-shirts that were maybe a little more fitting for the stage of life that we're in right now. Like this one. Everything I know about English literature came from heavy metal. Or my personal favorite, my grandpa knows more about heavy metal than your grandpa. We're going to be adding a lot more in the coming months. So if you're interested in checking any of these out or just getting a little chuckle, visit the store tab on the Audiomover YouTube channel or visit audiomover.com.
Was this... I'm wondering if this was marketed towards the 1996 I'm going to get on the bandwagon fan, because I'm almost to the point, and you guys chime in if I'm almost offended, like, really?
That's great.
Like, you have 4 options here to write something down and you hit one of them. The other 3,
just some random thing.
Like, come on.
Again, ChatGPT could have made something more intriguing and interesting than that. If you're going to make stuff up.
Almost want to do that. Do we want to go more? Want to do Gene and Peter?
How much time have we been doing this?
I'm almost curious of what they wrote about Gene.
Okay,
All right, do you want to guess what they wrote about Gene? The demon, right? Probably.
It's going to say demon.
Of some
I bet
sort.
it says something like fire breather.
God of Thunder would be great.
God of Thunder would
be good.
Oh, so what they should say is they should say God of Thunder.
There you go.
They should say the demon.
Right. Or something along those lines.
What else?
I have not looked, so I don't know.
If you're going to actually use stuff from Kiss history, you would the one from the Michael Douglas show, didn't he say something like I'm the embodiment of evil?
Oh, yeah,
so you could
go.
Because he
good.
said that. You could put
good.
that there.
That was really good, man. That was really good.
So what else would you?
Anything from Kiss Meets the Phantom that we can quote?
Oh, good point. Well, he called him demon.
Right.
So. Yeah, I don't know that there's those three would be solid Kiss history statements. Okay.
Or maybe they'll make a reference about his dragon boots or something. I don't know. The bat. Like something so generic.
You could say bat wings.
Yeah. All right, let's see where we're going.
But okay,
so we want to start there?
Yeah, let's do it. So we're at Gene.
So we're at Gene. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Okay.
You got the barbed wire.
By the way, that's cool. You know why that's cool to me? Because it does look evil.
Yeah.
Because he really was, because so often when you get, like I said, when you get back to the Dynasty time, he stopped looking
menacing
and he just looked like this dude that had, but this looks like comic book crazy psycho,
right?
Which is what he should have always been.
Right? Like on the back of Alive 2.
Yes!
I have nightmares.
One of the greatest photographs in rock and roll history is that picture of Gene Simmons, just the sweaty blood, just man, yes, exactly.
Right? I mean, this is, okay, obviously staged. He's got the barbed wire all around him. Why? Because Gene Simmons is, we nailed it, the demon. The next one, primordial.
Okay. All right. I'm kind of can go with that, I guess.
Evil incarnate.
Evil incarnate. Is that what he said? I think that's what he said, not the embodiment of evil. It must have been evil incarnate.
Right.
Sweet.
And it has exclamation point, so it's probably that. Next one, leather winged.
Okay. All right.
Okay, that was
so
close.
We got the bat wings.
Right?
Yep.
Studded ravager of the souls.
Studded ravager of souls.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but that's okay, I guess.
The god of...
Yeah, because he's going to slowly rob you of your virgin soul.
There you go.
So that kind of is okay.
All right. I like that played on God of Thunder.
Yeah.
And that's the next one. The God of Thunder lives.
All right. Throw the lives in. That's fine.
All right.
Okay, that's not bad. That's relatively okay.
That is really probably the best one of the three we've gone through so far.
Yeah, what a cool shot, man.
Seriously. That is cool. I don't necessarily would want this poster on my wall.
Yeah. That's
but it's good. I mean, it's Gene being Gene, as he should be. Really embodying his role, right? Of what they just said, right? That's cool.
Yeah,
what about the other pictures?
I had a cousin that lives down here in St. George that we've talked about this many times, how they would visit us in Denver, and she would not ever go into my bedroom
because of the Gene Simmons
because
poster?
of the Gene Simmons pictures in there, because this Kiss stuff scared her so much.
Robbed her of her soul.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he that was what he was going after. It was cool. So here's the full outfit, which is pretty...
Yeah, it's awesome. He's sitting, right?
Actually, it looks like he's standing there.
Oh, he's just got his leg up.
Yeah.
To showcase the boot.
When he was a younger guy, he did that. He did a lot more of that kind of thing with his legs. When he was,
younger?
When he's going to the gym.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
This is such a great outfit.
And I know I've said this. Cool. I saw Runaway, and he does a running scene where he's getting chased, and I'm like, I could have been like a witness, and they're like, "Is this the man you're looking for?" And I would have been like, I seen him running in that suit that he wears in that
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, that's Gene. Because he runs kind of in a certain fashion, which is like he prances on stage, you know?
That's pretty funny.
Now I have that kind of ingrained in my head. So we got the fire just like in Paul's.
Yep, and he's actually holding
Torch.
holding the thing so he can breathe the fire.
Very cool.
Here he's got some sort of iguana. I don't know what that is. I've seen these pictures though before where he was holding those, something like that.
It's like a Komodo
It is some
dragon.
sort of weird. Can't see it on the monitor.
Like a dragon. Like, yeah, it's one of those like.
And it's funny because he's looking at the camera.
We're not vets. We're not veterinarians around here. We gotta get,
No,
you know,
he's holding something.
my kids can name every dog breed from like 100 yards. I don't know. It's like looks like a bird. That's a bat. Like a bird bat. Aren't they the same?
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's like a Komodo dragon looking
I
thing.
never noticed this, but he's got these little spike things coming off the side of his. You ever seen those
I
before?
don't know. You can see him right here too.
Why have I never noticed that?
Because maybe that was for this era tour.
How
alone.
interesting. I loved this, man. I loved this outfit. I thought that was so cool. I remember as a kid. Because I think there was a book that came in Alive 2 where it had this look. And man,
Yeah, I think it's a
so
modernized version of the Alive 2 type era.
It was awesome.
Because I don't remember seeing, I would have noticed the side things too.
Yeah. Seems like you would have noticed that.
Yeah. What's he got going on
And then
down
this
there?
is,
Like a crown?
yeah, it's actually that same photo shoot.
Oh,
It looks like.
Yeah. It's got the barbed wire. That is pretty cool. I think they
Okay.
could have done more with it, but okay.
All right, awesome. These are
All right.
these are great.
These are good.
These might be my favorite pictures so far in the book. These are cool. I especially love that picture.
That is very
I don't know if
genius.
I've ever seen that shot before.
All right,
That
so
was
yeah,
pretty
so
awesome.
we've got, for the next episode, we'll do Peter Criss,
Okay,
and then the group shots and whatever else is in the back of this.
sounds cool. Yeah, we've been doing this for quite a while. So, all right, cool.
A lot to unpack.
There is a lot to unpack here. It's so fascinating just looking at this stuff.
I'm going to stand by my, I don't want to say epiphany, but I'll just go my brainstorm moment of like, whoo, I guess epiphany would work. Of that this was more catered towards the casual Kiss fan that's going to be like, Kiss reunion, I'm going to that.
Yeah,
The masses. All of us were going anyways that were fans.
because the momentum was just bringing everybody.
Yeah, everybody. Right? Lock up your daughters. We're coming.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's right. So,
All
very
right.
cool.
That was good.
Hey, thanks for joining us today. And please follow the channel. If you're not already following the channel, like the video. Man, we got to hear your comments on this. Please comment. Did you see him on this tour? What'd you think of these pictures? What was your favorite picture in here? And what was your favorite costume from this era? Because Gene Simmons, for me, this was it. So we'd love to hear your feedback on that as well. And of course, if you're a Kiss fan, you know other Kiss fans.
Yeah.
So please share this video with other people, and we really, really appreciate that. And with that, oh, and by the way, we also want to bring up Digitech. We've got their
Absolutely,
stuff
yeah.
back here behind us, their posters, and we appreciate their partnership and being involved here. And there you go. So have yourself a fantastic day.